Hello, my name is Reynaldo Maciel, and I'm a solutions architect at RapidCanvas. Today, I'm going to guide you to some features of the RapidCanvas platform. This is the project area, which is inside the tenant. As you can see, it's possible to create more tenants and invite new users. This way, your project can be organized by subjects like fraud, risk, marketing, sales, and so on. And you can create specific projects according to your needs. I have here an empty project, this money laundering, and we're going to work on it. When you enter the project, you can see that the canvas, that is this working area, is empty now. And the first option is to create a data set. So let's do this. You have the option to import files from your local or to create new connections. And by this time, RapidCanvas has almost 600 connectors available, like Amazon S3, Snowflake, Oracle, MongoDB, SQL Server, all of those are here. You can just see that. But that's okay, we're going to import this file from our local. Okay, then I'm going to bring both datasets here and open. We have here some suggested names. I'm going to keep those and make the import. It's just going to show you the sample of the data for both datasets, and I'm good with that. Just go to the next option and view in the canvas. Now we have both datasets in the canvas. We can just now see what are the features associated with those datasets. By clicking with the right button, we have the option to view the dataset, the AI assisted recipe. We have the option to create a rapid model on top of it. Also, we have the option to create an API connector or make an AI guide assisted task. So I will start with AI assisted recipe. AI assisted recipe can be understood as an AI agent to deal with data tasks like data transformations, EDA tasks, business analytics, and let me show you. So first option you have here is to choose your inputs. So I'm going to include here both datasets at the end. We can see that we have here the data that we just uploaded. And we can use natural language to make questions on top of it. So let me make this question. I'm just asking to explain the data set. This right now the platform is running a scan on top of this data set to try to understand what is in it. So here we have the data size. Okay, we have some columns, descriptions, and what are the top categorical variables. Good. Also, if you don't have exactly an idea of what you can do, you can just go with this prompt to suggestion option. Let's see what it's going to do. It will give you a list of prompts, what you can do with your dataset. Let's look at this option number 3, identify the top 5 serial accounts with the highest total transactions amount in the new ML dataset. So let me copy and paste. Yeah, it will generate this nice table here. Yeah, and we can see that we have some receiver accounts and total amount. Good. I'm just going to add this to the recipe and call it top 5 receivers. Add it to the recipe. Now it's available for me as a table, as we can see here. Now top 5 receivers is a table that I can just make questions on top of that as well. Or I can merely ask it to plot a chart. Let me ask it to plot a chart. Plot a chart. And it will plot a chart on top of this data for the receiver account. Okay. Good. Also, I can just edit this total amount by receiver account. I'm good with this name. I can also create some plots with the original data. So for that, I just can come back here to the new ML. Let me uncheck this one. And let's say, for example, that I want to create a plot time series of the total daily transaction amount. Let's see how it's going to be. Good. Yes, good. So we have here information since October 2022 until November, probably October. Yes, November 2023, probably. I'm going to add this to the recipe as well. Keep this same name. And under the curtains, what's happening is that it's running code, right? So we can see here that this is the code that generated this chart. It basically pick up the data input and make all the data transformations that need to be done in order to plot the chart. And this is the nice part of RapidCanvas. It allows you to change the code if you need it for what you're doing. Okay, come back here. We can generate different charts. So for example, we can create a correlation matrix. I think I can just go with the correlation plot first, right? Correlation plot for the numerical columns. Yeah, I'm using the new ML, so let's see how it's going to be this correlation. Good, so this is the correlation plot. Yeah, a nice one. Again, can just add this to the recipe as well. And it will become clear when we finish this task where these charts are being added. Okay, I said that it's possible to create some data analysis tasks. So we can see, for example, can ask it to create a table with some aggregation, let's say. So create a table with the average amount by payment type. Let's say something like this. Good. We can see here that we have the payment type code and the average amount. It created this table, so this shows that aggregations works. And again, we can see the code here and see what what the tool is doing. So basically, it's calculating here the mean for that specific variable that is payment code. But if you pay attention, we can see here that the payment code is not very clear information. It's just numbers, codes, right? And it's because the information that we really want is inside a payment type, okay? Like ACH, check it, debit card, credit card, cross-border. Something that you can do using RapidCanvas is to basically join information. So let's pick the first data set and the payment type and ask it to make join this information. So I just can ask it to join this data set. Given that they have the same column name, is not going to be a problem. If you were going to join different tables with different columns, you should have you should specify what was the column that we're using. But basically, I'm going to here join these data sets. The data sets. Let's see what is going to be the output. It generated this this funny name here. Auto-generate ATRs, it's a random name, but we can see that now we have the payment type and the payment type description in the same table. So that's good. That's exactly what we want. So I'm going to add that to the recipe. I'm going to call this as joined table. Yes, let's call it df joined, something like this. Yeah, add it to the recipe. Now I think I can just create the same chart that we have tried previously. So I just came here and copy the same query. Yes, by payment type, and I will be explicitly asking for the description. The description. Let's see. Good. Now we have a very good description of the payment type and the average amount. Awesome. Yeah, I will ask you to plot a chart on this as well. Okay, and I'm going to ask to add this to the recipe. Good. Yeah, so basically we changed some, let's say that we wanted to create a new column, right? That's something that usually we can just do with data as well. So come back here to my df joined. We have a column here that is time, okay? We can see that we have a time column here in the beginning. Let me see. Yes, we have here this time column. I can extract the hour from it. So basically we can just ask it to create a column. Hour from time column. It generates a new data set with the hour column here. Good. Very good. So, okay, this is the same data frame, but what I really want to do is to make one hot encoding of this column. So I'm going to ask that to apply one hot encoding with his 2 hour column. Let's see how it's going to be. Good, good, good. There you go. So it's basically pick the column hour, the hour column, and is showing what is going to be the hot encoding for each one. It's nice. I think that we're good to try a model on top of that. So I'm going to call this MLABT, like this. Nice. So now I'm going to run the recipe. The process to run the recipe is to make it available for other objects inside the platform to know that it's available. So I'm going to make it run, and then after that I'm going to save it. It's going to be quick. It's not going to take a lot of time. this is just a small data set. Okay, good. Come back to the canvas, we can see that now we have something that is different. Let me zoom out. We have our original data set. Here is the recipe that we just created, and here are the data sets that we generated as output. And here we have this nice dashboard. We can see here this preview that it has the charts that we generated. Okay, so suppose that you are a user that does not have any context of what were done. So we can go here to this orange bubble and just make some questions for it. So we can just ask it to explain the chart. So it's going to generate an explanation on the chart. You can look that we have here the explanation, here are the details. It's very technical, yeah, but something at least for you to give an idea what can I do with that information. Yeah, so here they give you some tips on what you can do, so operational efficiency, financial planning, all those things. And this is available for all the charts that we just created, right? So this is something nice, very nice. Now let's create a model on top of the data set that we created. Just go with the right button to this sign here, Rapid Model Recipe. Then you just need to choose a target column. In this case, I'm going to pick is Laundering. It identified that this is a binary classification, and suppose that you don't have a clue of what is going to be the target columns, you can just go here and it's going to give you some suggestions, right? So they are going to guide you through some questions, what should be or not be the problem that you're trying to do. So basically this is what's happening, right? So come back here and try to make the rapid model recipe, right? Okay, so is Laundering, there you go. Problem type classification. Here we have some options to generate some dynamic features. I'm not going to go with that since we do not have too much time. So I'm going to save and ask for a run. So basically it's doing all the process that data science would do. This is an AI agent for data science. So you can see that it's just making the feature engineering, making the model training and selection, and also generating new features if necessary, and making the model evaluation. Let's come back to our project. We can see that it's running now. Let me just diminish. It's running, and we can see that it has a related log associated to it. Let's see if it's going to fetch it. So it's creating an environment, and while it's doing that, I can show you some other features like inside the canvas you have the capability to create your data app. We're going to create our own. Add some artifacts and models to your project. So let's say, for example, that you have data set that is an output of another project. You can just add this as an artifact and can be used to this project. You also can create notebooks for this specific project. like I showed, this code that runs in the SKI, you can have it by your own in the notebooks, and the notebooks can use to create some data apps. You have also the capabilities to manage your environments. You can create different environments, so we're going to avoid any kind of crashes given to library versions and all those things. And the connectors part that we just saw for the import data, we have also here. And basically the purges. If I come back here, I'm going to the initial page where we have the purges. Also, we have the possibility to make some scenarios. Scenarios basically stands for the capability for you to make some what-if analysis. We have here the prediction job. You can create a recurrent job to make the predictions that you want, and those jobs can be scheduled. So basically, you can see here in this clock that they what are the available jobs for it. Again, you have the data apps. You can make the settings to your project, and you'll have also a help here that you're going to have about it. Okay. Okay, after running the model, we can see here that we have some more outputs in the canvas. Okay, if you are data science and you're curious about what the model has done, you can go to this log, and it's just show what are the step-by-step that was done. You can see that it executes cell by cell of a specific notebook. You can see that we have some data transformations and all those things, yeah. But this is just if you're specifically technical about it. So here is the output. We can have that we have some tables as output. We can see here this charts about the model, and again you have the orange bubble with the capability to ask information about the data. So here we have the feature importance. Let's make the question explain this chart. It's going to generate an explanation about this model, right? So the chart explain the feature importance, various different variables, yeah, all those things. Okay, come back. So let me go here again. We also have the confusion matrix here for this model. We have this accuracy, precision, recall, and here's some advanced model insights that you can just have. This is a correlation plot. Let me just try to zoom in part of it. So here are the variables that we just created. Our dummified hours, right? There you go. We have some correlation here. Also, we have the learning curve. Again, very technical information for data scientists. The base model precision recall threshold. So basically, it shows that this model has a good performance in the 16. Yes, this 16. If the threshold is set up as 16%, yes, if the score is going to be this, yeah, good. Yes, also we have here the false positive rate, true positive rate, and here are some of the models that were tested during the training process. Yeah, we can see here more information about what is going to be the area under the curve, log loss, accuracy, and the mean percentage class error. This is a classification model, right? You should have the same information if you were trying some regression or something. And the variable heat map, the difference for each one of the variables. This is interesting because if sometimes you have to work for some projects where you have compliance needs and you need to understand what is going to be the importance of every variable in order to have it or not in your model. Good. The next thing that I'm going to show you is the data app. So data app is a way that users can have access to what you develop in. Let me create a new data app, and I will create this model data app because it will be built on top of the model that we just run. But you also have the capability to create the custom data app, and you just can create some specific inputs for it. Create your own data app on top of technologies like streamlines. Also, you can just use other frameworks for exhibiting your data. But I'm going to go with model data app. Getting started now, so I'm going to give a data app. So data app AML. Give it some description. You can choose an image for it. I don't have one, so I'm not going to include now. And also you can create an environment. And again, this environment is the default environment that we have. So we have the large core for memory 80 gigabytes and 20 gigabytes is going to be enough for us. This is the recipe on top of what this model will be created. Not this model, the app, sorry. And then I'm going to create it. Again, the data app will take some time to launch because it's based on some environment, right? But again, it's going to work on top of the data that we uploaded and also on top of the model we created. Okay, come back. So basically, it created our data app. Let's see how it looks like. So just clicking, and it will show you some information of the model itself. So here is the clear explanation of the model. This was generated by AI, SKI. Also, we have some model performance, and again, this is the information from our chart. We have the what if analysis. This is something nice. This is very nice because you can just create some simulations here with different scenarios. So let's say, for example, that I want to try US dollars and try euros. Let me change here our to 9. Payment type, let's say it's a credit card, and I'm going to ask it to predict what if outcome. So basically what I'm doing here is creating a simulation of what is going to be the outcome given the model that we trained, and just change the variables values are going to generate here on specific output. And this output is going to say if the user is going to, if the transaction is going to be money laundering or not. So here we have the result is predicting as 0. 0 stands for non-laundering. And here's the probability. We can see that this is the probability as 82% of non-laundering and just 18% of laundering. You can also upload a file to make the prediction. Okay, and this is very interesting. Let me upload the original file that we just uploaded. I know this is going to be. I'm going to upload both files. Let me just remember here what is. We have here two data sets. Okay, so I'm going to upload here the original payment type. So let me upload here the payment type, and also I'm going to upload the email. I'm going to generate here the predictions. The interesting part of it is that if you remember, we didn't have any new columns, and it's going to generate the predictions, making all the transformations that we did in the recipe. So basically it's going to create the new columns, generate the one-hot encoding, all of those things for this data set. Let's just generate the prediction. It should not take that long because that's not a big data set. And also you can just select the specific model. Let's say that you have you have tried different models. You can just have them here and try the specific model that you want to predict your data. And also that you have chosen it, the same transformation will be applied to your original data in order to create the prediction output. So here we have the results of the predictions. We can see the transformations that we did on top of the original data. Okay, you can just download and make some SKI questions. And SKI is a resource that you can just have on top of the original data and that was built. So basically, again, you can make trivial questions like what is the amount by transaction type. It has the same capabilities as I showed in the recipe, right? So we have here information, and if you add this data to the recipe, you can have it to user charts. So this is a smart way for you to create some dashboards. You can just create some dashboards by making some questions to SKI, and also have the capabilities to see what is the code and do all those things. Okay, so basically this is what I have to show you for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this demo, and feel free to make any kind of questions.